All right, has altcoin season started yet? Is Bitcoin going to top out at 112K again? Is this the ultimate bull trap? Do we think what's going to happen now? Some very interesting moves from Ethereum over the last 24 hours. Let's have a look, because Ethereum is actually making a move here for folks who don't want to believe in altcoin season. So we can see that Bitcoin, right, showing a lot of strength, right, of setting up. I mean, yeah, it's here again, but just keep in mind, it likes to do these double tops. It likes to set up a double top, and then this be another double top, right, at 112K. And it's, see how very close to each other within 1 month? It likes to tap it twice, right? This could be double top of a double top. I mean, that's possible. I'm just throwing that possibility out there. I'm not saying definitely it's going to happen. Look at this. Look at this. Even back in, this was last year, March last year, around 73K, right? You have these instances where it looks like it could be a double top, right? It likes to tap that area, and then go to 49K. Let me show you the 2021 top, 2021 top. Where is it? It went to, look at this. This is, we all know it topped, Bitcoin topped at 64K and then 69K. But even just the 69K top, right? It was 67K, and then 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, 69K top. And now here, even at the 64K top, this was like 58K, 61.5K, 64K top, and then came back to 59.5K, and then goes down to a crash. So, knowing the history of Bitcoin, I guess it's pretty easy for most people to think, oh, we're definitely having a blow-off top. I always said, I think we do get a blow-off top. But do we get some sort of fake-out move? Or do we go straight up? Do we get some sort of pullback here to make people think that these double tops are happening again? And also, have you seen the move on Ethereum right now? The moves on Ethereum, because Ethereum is breaking above the triangle, the bull flag. It's above the bull flag now, right? Above the bull flag. I've been saying this 2750 area. I was expecting a pullback to 2300, low 2300s. I only got to 2380, right? But that dip did come, and then boom, up we go. And what's even more interesting is, let's have a look at ETH versus Bitcoin. And then we'll have a look at Bitcoin dominance to see how much altcoin season is here. And so the key here, look at this. This is the we can call this a bull flag, bull pennant. I believe the technical term for this is a bull pennant on ETH Bitcoin. We've had a pop up, right? But this is only 1 day. This is only 1 day. We need longer for confirmation. And so can we call it? Can we actually say altcoin season is actually finally here? If so, which coins do we buy in altcoin season? Before I answer those questions, first let's answer the question of which crypto exchange does Pablo use? Well, Pablo used this exchange that's non-KYC. That means you don't need to show any ID. That means even the exchange can't see who you are. Of course, then Americans can use it. So that's why I made this great deal with them. That means the IRS can't see you, the tax office can't see you, the FBI, CIA, nobody can see you, total privacy. That's why this deal has over 8,000 US dollars just for newbies, just for joining. Over 1.3 million global users. So this is the fastest growing and the largest non-KYC exchange in the world right now. Okay, so if you're watching this on YouTube, then the link is in the description below. The link is in the description below. But if you're watching it on any other platform, that's okay. Just click onto my profile page, right, wherever you are, and then that should be my link tree. It's a Stan link, and should be the first deal that comes up. Let's get back to the markets, and just keep in mind, folks, only on the Pablo link. This is the Pablo link for all those wonderful prizes. Now, so Bitcoin basically right now, as I had warned, there is a chance it could do a pullback. It could do a pullback, and we don't know if it's going to go through 112K in one shot. Even though I think we'll have a blow off top in the next few months, I'm not sure, and I don't know for certain that Bitcoin would go through right away. It could pull back, could play games. One thing we're looking at is this futures funding rate, which is mostly black right now, with very few greens, and some reds. So it can go either way right now. I'm thinking we wait for the for more confirmation from the stock market. Talking about confirmation from the stock market, I want to show you guys this. This is what is all about. So the stock market, we can see right now, has floated up again. Floated up, just inching towards the new all-time high, right? So NASDAQ and the NASDAQ 100 inching close to the new all-time high, right? So basically, my personal thinking is we need a confirmation for the stocks to get into a new high and start running, or else if Bitcoin got above 112k, 113k, would not be meaningful. I wouldn't fully trust it. And what the stock market is mainly wondering is, are they going to get a good deal out of China and US or not? We have some news here. We have some major news on this front, and that is the US Treasury Secretary has said they're continuing to talk, but they've agreed in principle. They haven't nutted out the small details, this bolts and nuts, but they've agreed in principle. So therefore, he's leaving. But they had 2 days of productive talks that are ongoing. Why am I showing you this tweet from China Daily? Because China Daily is kind of the government newspaper. Being the government newspaper, that means they basically, what they say, they're a mouthpiece for the CPC. Some guys, you call it the CCP. It's like they actually call it the CPC. So they're actually the government mouthpiece, and they would usually not quote the US Secretary of Treasury unless they agree with that statement. So that means both US Treasury Secretary, who leads the negotiation, and China are agreeing with the statement that we have had 2 days of productive talks that are ongoing. So in other words, they're still ongoing and it's looking good. But I warn everyone, this could be a sell on news event. We've been expecting good news, and then when they say, oh, finally we'll have good news, this is going to happen to tariffs, whatever, we could just hit a new all-time high by a little bit and then pull back. Sell, you buy on rumor. This was the crash due to Trump's tariffs, and then this was the but see how he announced it on April the 2nd, but this young leg started way earlier because people were expecting the worst. The market always discounts it, and then it turned out on March the 2nd it was worse than what the market was expecting. So boom, market crashed. And then before they even reach a deal, the market bounces, right? The market always anticipates beforehand. So with ETH Bitcoin, so what I would say is, it does look like we're breaking up. We've broken this trend line. I mean, we've had this one massive leg up, consolidation. Second leg up, I believe we're inside that now. We're going to retest this red line, trend line, retest, and probably go up like this. So basically something like, to be safe, you wanted to get above this 0.026 close above here, and then you've got this massive trend line at 0.268. Let's call it 0.027. If it can close above 0.027 for a couple of days, then I would strongly argue that a altcoin season has started. And even though I'm the crazy one who's been calling for altcoin season to start all this time, that is because most people go by the definition of Bitcoin dominance. Now, if their opinion is if Bitcoin dominance does not turn down, if Bitcoin dominance doesn't turn down, then they don't call that altcoin season. Sure, but you look at some of the coins, some of the coins have gone up like 10, 20x already. Like that KTA has gone up it's gone up 100x already, just in the last 2 months. So by waiting for a confirmation for an altcoin season, you could be left waiting a long time, and you might only catch the last 3x. The coins that you're interested in might only do a 3x once this thing breaks down. If this was the top, right, then the altcoin season has already started, but most people won't call it altcoin season until they wait for a confirmation here. It's kind of like with Bitcoin. With Bitcoin, do you buy it at 73K, 74K, or do you buy it when it confirms a breakout at 112K? Like, yeah, a solid break above, if it goes to 115K, you would say, oh, it's beaten all these highs. We're no longer in a scenario where we could double top or triple top, so Bitcoin now has confirmed its strength. Or do you basically say, hey, look, that's getting around the mid 70s, right, rather than 115K. That's the similarity here. So let's have a look at some of these altcoins. Okay, this is total 2. This is basically crypto total market cap, but not including Bitcoin, total 2. And we can see that it's this is something I spoke about very recently, but now we're approaching the moment of breakout. And boy, is this going to be a big breakout. Look at this. This is the bull flag I was talking about. I said we're going to have a dip to this 1.0705. It didn't come. It only dipped to 1.09, and now we could still have a small dip before we go through. Now this is a bull flag because it's formed over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these pivots. But however, look at this area, this 1.25 area, 1.25 trillion area. You could draw a red line here, and it started all the way from out here, right? So this has been since December 24. Wow, this has been what, 18 months? This has been 18 months, and alts have been underneath its high, and this was not even the all-time high. So this was the all-time high. Alts went just shy of the all-time high, and this pullback has been so deep, it's still below the December 24 high. Sorry, December 24, I got it wrong. So for 6 months, this bull flag has been forming, and you say, oh, it doesn't look like a bull flag. That's because this includes Ethereum. Ethereum crashed through here. For Ethereum to be able to get back above this trend line and confirm above this trend line breakdown is usually very bullish. So I'm expecting a big blast through here. Then we take a little bit of a pause around here, and then we go through. So let me just show you guys something that's more bullish looking, because total 3 does not include Ethereum, right? Doesn't include Bitcoin and doesn't include Ethereum. So it basically broke, it came right onto support. Look, see this trend line? And then see it, because Ethereum had that big breakdown, this came back and bounced right off this level of support and then bounced up. Now it's also forming a bull flag, but it's forming a bull flag outside of the bigger bull flag. So basically, this is the bigger bull flag. If we could even draw a trend line here and see how would this work out. Okay, so like this is a bull flag breakout, bull flag. We have one final bit of resistance around this 1 trillion area, and boom, and then we launch. This is the smaller alts, everything not including Ethereum or Bitcoin. This was a double, slightly higher top. So they're all looking good, Like this has been building up like a pressure cooker for the last 2.5 years in momentum. And I think altcoin season has already started, even though a lot of people probably won't agree with me. But it's when you look back, that's when altcoin season started, in April, when Pablo was calling it. Okay, so thank you for your time, guys. Catch you next episode.